the characteristic. The first one, there's another three. Now remember the other beast was head of gold, silver, bronze, iron. And iron, through the centuries, came to the Roman Empire, and then the feet, the 10 toes, or 10 kings, or 10 horns, right at the end. It's got to be right at the end of time, our day. The toes hadn't grown in Babylon's day. It only had a golden head, that was it. In that illustration, in that image. Daniel starts from Babylon, whereas John, with his vision, he had a 7-headed 10-horned wild beast, which started the first head, Egypt, Assyria, Babylon. But Daniel is starting from Babylon. Right? The first, this is verse 4, the first was like a lion, but had eagle's wings. I continued watching until its wings were torn off, and that's what happened. If you look into the history, I could go into the details of all that, but I'm trying to rush it. There's other people explain it. It was lifted up from the ground, set on its feet like a man, and given a human mind. Suddenly another beast appeared. Remember, there's 4 coming to our day, right up to now. With the, you see, the 10 toes can't appear until the end days, right at the end, right at the end. Now there's no more to be added after this. This is the end of all the visions that was given in the ancient texts. They go no further than the 7th head, or the 10 horns, or the 10 toes. That is the end. There's no more beasts after that. What happens after that is the kingdom. All those beasts is there. All these visions is to tell us what period of time we're living in, where we are in the stream of time, and what is about to happen when we reach the 10 toes and the 7-headed 10-horned wild beast. The 7th head, there's also an 8th, which springs from the 7th in the book of Revelation. The 7th head doesn't appear right until the end. But a 7 and an 8. The 8 is really the 7th. The 7th head falls, but is revived and becomes the 8th. So the beast, he keeps the beast alive. The 7 heads, he is the one to keep the whole beast alive, the whole system, the whole of Satan's system. He keeps it going. He gives breath to the beast, which I'll explain. If this is getting a bit deep, just leave it. Some people may not even understand what I'm saying. Suddenly another beast appeared, a second one that looked like a bear. It was raised up on one side with 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. It was told, "Get up, gorge yourself on flesh." Not time to go through all that. While I was watching, another beast appeared, because I'm coming quickly up to our day right now. While I was watching, another beast appeared. It was like a leopard with 4 wings of a bird on its back. It had 4 heads and was given authority to rule. Remember the immense image and the different metals? Well, these are different animals, but they're the same. They're just getting different characteristics. You've got a characteristic of gold, you've got a characteristic of silver, you've got a characteristic of bronze, you've got a characteristic of iron. While I was watching, in the vision, a 4th beast appeared, frightening and dreadful and incredibly strong, with large iron teeth. This beast comes out of the sea of mankind, turbulent, comes out. It's got teeth, but it happens at a period of time of iron. When was the iron? Oh, that fits into the other image, doesn't it? The iron. Legs of iron. It's got teeth of iron. If it's got teeth of iron, teeth of iron, it devours. If you want iron teeth, it gives you the feeling of this is an absolute pig of a beast in its authority. Iron-like rulership, with its rulers spouting out iron-like authority. Well, Yeshua felt it, didn't he? Oh, the fucking Roman Empire. Cruel fuckers. They put him on a fucking cross. That's how fucking cruel they were. Torture. They were fucking ruthless. And it's still there today. The remnants of the Roman Empire is in the fate. Iron, but this time, in that rulership, is mixed mankind, who are malleable, who are from my Father, who have got humanity within them. Not this iron-like fucking spitting out orders. Tax you here, tariff there, take that land off you, step out of line and we'll put you in prison. Speak against us and what we are doing, we will wrap you up and throw you in the water, in the sea, and you'll never see him again. This is it. This is this iron-like rulership that exists in every single nation of the world today. Listen, this is the 4th one. While I was watching, another beast appeared. It was like a leopard, with 4 wings of a bird and so forth. While I was watching, this is again, in the night vision, this is a night time. A 4th beast appeared, frightening and dreadful and incredibly strong, with large iron teeth. It devoured and crushed, and it trampled its fate with whatever was left. It was different from all the beasts before it, and it had 10 horns. It's the same as the other one. 10 toes, So the 10 horns appear right at the end of time. We've gone through time very quickly there. Right up to now, the 10 horns. So we're now in the period of the 10 horns. We're now in the period of the 10 toes. Verse 8. While I was considering the horns, suddenly another horn, a little one, just a little one, came up among them, and 3 of the first horns were uprooted before it. How can you uproot it? Is it like so just the horns uprooted. There were eyes in these horns, just like pulling teeth. You know, you're still there. You pull the fucking teeth, but you're still there, aren't you? If you pull the fucking teeth, you pull the horns. There were eyes in the horns like a man's, and it had a mouth. The fucking horn had a mouth that spoke arrogantly. So a horn represents, you know, a rhino horn. What does it do? What does it represent? It's the power. It's the power. A horn can also be turned into a shofar, a trumpet, a trumpet, a trump, a horn, a little horn, a little, is it a little dick? I don't know. Who's got a little horn? A little horn came up among them, and 3 of the first horns were uprooted before it. There were eyes in the horns like a man's, and it had a mouth that spoke arrogantly. Is this perhaps a great prophecy about a fucking arrogant man? Looks that way, doesn't it? Who could be this arrogant fucker? This horn, like a man's, and it had a mouth. In other words, whoever this person is, he has a mouth on him, a fucking clever mouth that spoke arrogantly. Look at me. Do you know who I am? I have the golden hair. I have the golden head. Look at my tower. I am all golden. I am the golden boy. The little horn that spoke arrogantly. While this was happening, right now, while this was happening, listen carefully. Verse 9. As I kept watching, so he's watching, thrones were set in place. Thrones. And the Ancient of Days took his seat. You see, he couldn't see this. It was in the vision. But the almanac. Back to the Future. Look, I'm opening it. I'm showing you. Thrones were set in place, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His clothing was white like snow, and the hair of his head like the whitest wool.